Stretching out below the northwest side of the Acropolis, the ancient Agora was once the heart of Athens. For hundreds of years it was the central seat of politics, administration, commerce, culture and justice. Once residential, from the 6th century onwards the Agora was purely a public area. No one actually lived here. The word Agora originally meant a gathering, meeting or assembly place, and Athenians would gather here to listen to public orations or meet up with each other to discuss the issues of the day. As Athens' importance declined during Roman and Byzantine times, the Agora slowly became a residential area once again, and most of its ancient buildings were covered up. Excavations first began here in the 19th century and continue to this day. Around 400 later-day buildings have been demolished to this cause. I suppose it must have looked a lot like Plaka does today here before digging began. The Hephaestion is one of the few buildings in the Agora that's always been visible. With a large part of its marble ceiling still intact, it is without doubt the best preserved temple in Greece and a prime example of classical architecture. The temple was dedicated to Hephaestus and his half-sister Athena, although somewhat confusingly it is known locally as the Thesion, because it is Theseus who is depicted on the temple's frieze. At some point in its history, it also became a church dedicated to St. George. From its elevated position on the Kolonos Agoreos hill, it provides a scenic view over the rest of the Agora. The construction of the Hephaestion began around 450 BC, just before the Parthenon was built, and was part of a more extensive building program instigated by the famous statesman Pericles, whose coffers were pretty full, as Athens was then at the height of her power and money from her allies was flowing in. The Agora's museum is housed in the reconstructed Stoa of Attalos. Attalos was a Roman administrator, and it's said that he became a big benefactor to the city of Athens after inheriting a vast treasure discovered on his lands in Attica. I don't think there's any buried treasure here, but it's a great place to spend a sunny afternoon.